Being polarizing is going to make you a lot of money. All right. The Ben and Jerry's method is a perfect example of this. Okay. It's basically standing up for what you believe in and attracting customers that are just like you. Customers that will do the things that you want them to do, buy the things that you sell, and act the way that you want them to act. Most of the problems that people have as far as customer service goes and customers wise in general is because they attract the wrong people. People that are not like them and don't act like them and don't act the way that they want them to. And unfortunately, what people don't understand is when they force a sale, they're going to get customers that quite frankly suck. Customers that are very hard to sell, customers that you have to put a lot of money into to acquire as a customer, customers who don't return purchases, and customers who just are bad, right? These are bad customers, right? So have you ever seen a bad ad, right? An ad where a business puts it out and we say, oh, this is a bad ad, or why would they even run that? It's because 95% of the time, it's not for us, right? It's for their sliver of the market that produces most of their results. All right, the Pareto principle says 20% of X makes up 80% of Y, right? 20% of a book makes up 80% of the things that you take away from it. 20% of your workout makes up 80% of the progress that you see in the mirror. 20% of the things in a investment fund are going to make up 80% of the results, right? 20% of your customers will make up 80% of your profits. I could go on and on. Pareto principle applies to literally everything. All right. This also applies to customer service requests, and it also applies to refunds, right? 20% of your customers are going to make up 80% of your refunds. 80% of your customer service requests are going to come from 20% of your customers. All right. So here's what Ben and Jerry's does to combat that and understand that their sliver of the market, the people that they want to market to, they act a certain way. So Ben and Jerry's invest their brand image in extremely left-wing initiatives. At some point, Ben and Jerry's understood that, okay, the people that like left-wing initiatives and lean left make up 80% of our sales. So with them doing this, is this good or bad? Well, they sold 282 million units in 2022, and they're the leading ice cream brand in the United States, according to Statista. All right, it's not good or bad. It's just them. It's Ben and Jerry's. That's who they are. That's what they stand for. That's what they are. All right, this attracts people like them, which makes their marketing easier because people are emotionally sold on the brand, and then they're already sold on the product because they're sold on the brand. Right? They're not trying to pull in groups of people and hard sell them with crazy big marketing funnels and crazy marketing schemes to try and force that sale. Right? They're not trying to do that. They're trying to just pull in the people who are already going to purchase from them and are already sold on them. Right? Uber Eats is another example of this. Uber Eats uses flamboyant celebrities in their ads to humorously market their service. It's funny. I think it's funny. I enjoy watching their ads. Right? But these celebrities are over the top. They wear diamond grills and they have red hair, and it's all over the place, right? And I like their ads. I like the Uber Eats ads. I like the people in them. I know the people in them because I'm a young kid. I'm a kid who likes to use Uber Eats and understands Uber Eats. Right? And the other day, my friend Tim, he noticed these ads. And he called me up to tell me how bad that they were, right? We were talking about how bad that the ads were, and he goes, why do they keep using these guys with fingernails painted and these guys with diamond grills and just walking down the street with huge jewelry and these girls with purple hair, blah, blah, blah. And I said, Tim, when's the last time you ordered Uber Eats? And he said, never. I hate that crap. I'd rather just go drive and get it myself. And that's the point that I'm trying to make here is the marketing wasn't for Tim, right? It's for the group of people who respond to celebrities like that. It's for the kids like me who know those celebrities. Right, who know those people and have seen them in the media that we consume right now. Right, it's the people who live in these small 15-minute cities that get Uber Eats from somewhere right down the block, right, and are a lot younger than Tim, my age, right? It's for the people who pay $40 to go get Taco Bell at 3 a.m. That's who it's for. It's not for Tim, right? So here's how I would do it, okay? I would be a little bit polarizing. Now, I'm going to walk a real fine line here, okay? Because there's stands that you should make and there's stands that you should not make. And I'm making this video on October 13th, 2023, and there's a stand right now that a lot of people are making that you should not be making, but I'm going to get into it in a second. It can pay to take a stand, but does that mean that you should do it, right? You need to find a fine line between Ben & Jerry's and Uber Eats, right? Uber Eats uses people that other people recognize, but Ben & Jerry's invests in specific initiatives that are extremely hardcore left-wing, right? But Uber Eats, they don't really take a stand on anything. They just polarize with the people that are in their ads and pander to a specific audience group by using those people, okay? So like we talked about at the beginning, 20% of your audience makes up 80% of your profits. So I wouldn't go as far as Ben & Jerry's, but show the customers that make up most of your results that you're just like them. Now, just to clarify on this, there's one stand that people are making online right now with the Israel and Palestine conflict that has literally been going on since Rome, and even before that, right, since the time of Jesus, 2023 years ago. And this issue is very delicate. Now, these are terrible things, right? There's an awful atrocity that went on, right? And being in solidarity with a specific group of people that was just attacked is, in most cases, a good thing. Now, on that note, though, this is the most divided subject of probably anything. This is more divisive than like pro-life, pro-choice. This is the most divisive topic in all of American politics, and it doesn't even affect us. But honestly, when I see sentiment online where some people put up anything about it, you're going to get people in the comments that just rip each other apart. Okay, and it is bleak, it is difficult, it is tough, and putting anything into it at all, as far as investing any brand at all into it, is a difficult spot to be in. Okay, and you can support one side in 99% of cases, but this one is tough. This one is extremely tough. People are more divided than ever on it. So just make sure that the thing that you put out aligns with what your customers believe, right? And you don't always have to make a stand. You don't always have to be polarizing. But sometimes we have to make that decision to do it, and sometimes we have to make that decision to say, you know what, this is beyond me, right? There's a lot more to this than I'll ever know, and I'm just going to let them take care of it and keep doing my thing. So sometimes you have to be diligent about it, right? And use some common sense. So here's how you can be polarizing but sell every single time. All right? People buy because they're emotionally sold on the brand or the product, and then they use that intellect to justify the purchase. Ben & Jerry's sales are very easy because not only is the ice cream incredible, but they like the brand. And they like the brand so much that they're willing to buy anything that they put out. Right? The things that you say in the ads, the way that you write your emails and the sales pages, all of that makes an impact on who replies to that. Right? All of that makes an impact on the response that you're going to get from the people that you have aligned with. If you say one thing in your ads and a completely different thing in your emails, well, you're not going to get as many sales as if you're congruent on everything that you say. Every piece of your marketing has an impact. Okay? So you make that emotional connection by either putting out marketing that bonds with your customers, by making, claims that they understand, by putting out people that look like them, things that they understand and they like to see, and then you sell them using their intellect, but then you have to keep that message congruent. Okay? Make sure that you're not alienating your biggest spenders with messages that are for the 80% of people who aren't going to purchase twice. All right?